Hey guys, James here. Just got done watching the Sony stream, and it was interesting. I was almost, I don't know if disappointed is the right thing to say or not, but it was definitely, there was a few interesting moments here and there. All right, so let's get the first thing out of the way. So I wanted to see the console, and that didn't happen. You got to see the new PlayStation controller. You got to see the new kind of the dual eye thingy that's supposed to communicate with the controller, which has built-in move, which is actually pretty crazy, or built-in motion capabilities on the sensor on the front, which looks awesome. But definitely wanted to see the console. I want to know if it's got any colors, but that doesn't really matter to me. I wanted to see it. That's what I wanted to see. I was sitting there the whole time during the conference, like, I want to see the console. I want to see the console. What does it look like? What else do we know? I know it's got 8 gigs of DDR5, which is awesome. But that's just the graphics processor, though. We don't know about the total RAM count. I was hoping maybe 12 or 16, but we still don't know what kind of processor it has. It's just built on an x86 chipset, so that could be anything. Hopefully it'll be like a quad core, or maybe even a 6 or 8 core processor or something like that. So as far as other things that impressed me, the streaming stuff is very interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how they utilize that. They did a lot of talking on it, but I want to see it in actuality. I want to mess around with, people watching me stream directly from my console. Something else I thought of that they didn't mention was kind of voiceover and stuff like that. How is that going to be integrated into the stream sharing of the console? So stuff like that really piqued my interest. But one of the things that caught me off guard, excuse me, was the that it's partnering with Ustream, which I don't know. That seems kind of out of left field. I would expect Twitch with its with the amount of gameplay and people that stream on there, they would do that through Twitch. But hey, whatever. I guess Ustream's trying to combat Twitch and their dominance of gaming streaming. So we'll have to see what happens with that. As far as games, though, it was very interesting to see the quality of the gameplay through the stream. Now, there were some buffering issues here and there, and it would lose quality. But I want to see those videos. I want to see that video that guy recorded, and I want to look it up on YouTube and see what the quality of. But the Killzone game looked awesome through the stream. It's hard to see it because it was streaming, and the quality dropped a little bit here and there. Freaking Ustream. But that game looks awesome. If it's as detailed as I could make it out, it's going to be amazing. The shading and the something else that caught me was the reflection of the buildings. Man, I got excuse me. Was the reflection of the glass on the building, how it was changing to the environment. Something else that really caught my eye was Watch Dogs. I had seen stuff about that previously, but it looks awesome. I'm going to have to buy it on the PlayStation 4 when it comes out. That game about that Bungie's making, meh, whatever. It seems kind of like a Planet Side 2 type story, but all we saw was just bits and clips about it from the conference. Just kind of environments and a few different characters and a very thin storyline. But yeah, what else? It was the whole Square Enix thing was kind of lame. Basically, a guy came out and said, hey, we're making another Final Fantasy game that nobody cares about. It would have been really cool if a Final Fantasy VII HD remake came out. That would have been awesome. Or something related to Chrono Trigger or something like that. That would have been very cool. Man, I look like I'm 15 because I shaved. But what else caught my guard? Watch Dogs was really the big thing that I liked, that I saw about the gameplay. The streaming, sharing stuff, that's okay. I want to see how good of quality the stream is. And another thing is they didn't really come out and say it, but they were very much into streaming online stuff. Stream games. Even the backward compatibility was going to be tied to streaming from the server of that company. Oh man, what's that? It's like OnLive, but there's a company they bought it, and the name escapes me. But it seems that that's going to be what everything's through. especially backward compatibility. So maybe it'd be crazy, but maybe there's not going to be any games like physical media for the PlayStation 4. They never really came out and said if there's going to be physical media available or not, or if it's going to be strictly download. Now, if it's strictly download, that might be bad for retail partners of, that carry the consoles. But I think they would sell like those download cards, like you can pick up at a store, where you can scratch off the code and you can download, stuff through Steam, and Minecraft has those cards. They could do that instead of actual physical media disc. They could just have download cards, but then that would destroy the used market or used gaming market. So I don't know. It's interesting to see. I felt like the conference was too long, too much. We're awesome. We're Sony. We're amazing. The blah 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 blah. It's nice. It's nice to show where you've came from, but you didn't have to do that for half the conference. But I don't know. We'll see. I know it's coming out holiday 2013, so we'll have to wait and see. Maybe when E3 comes around, they'll announce more details for it, or maybe when Microsoft comes out. Now their conference is like in a month or two. I think it's in April. Excuse me. That they're going to come out and announce something. So I don't know. Interesting conference. I'd say it gets a 6.5 out of 10, and that's being generous. Mostly because Killzone look awesome. That puzzle game by Molecule, something like that. I was looking at different things. Yeah, it's the guy that made Braid. That game. Yeah, Jonathan Blow. The game that they're working on looks interesting as well. No, that's a different game, because he talked about Braid, and he talked about... that was the puzzle game. Yeah, I don't know about that. But anyways, alright. Thanks for watching. There'll be more updates later sometime, so deuce.